What is going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swing through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. It's really sad when a crime happens, but it's even worse when it shouldn't have been allowed to happen and there were signs that it was going, like something bad was going to happen, and absolutely nothing's done about it. So there was a dad in Michigan who was walking his daughter, and the daughter touched mulch on a neighbor's lawn. Now, in a normal world, the man sees the daughter touching the mulch, and if you guys don't know what mulch is, I really don't know what it is, but it's that funny like fuzzy shit that they put on top of the grass. I don't know if it makes the grass more healthy or fills it out. I don't know exactly what mulch does. I'm guessing it does. It makes your lawn more healthy or some shit. But anyway, real nice area, real nice quiet area, real nice quiet up like real nice area in Michigan. Daughter touches the mulch, the neighbor comes out. In a normal world, the neighbor will come out, he would say something friendly to the daughter, say something friendly to the dad, and they would keep it pushing. Hey neighbor, hey neighbor, hey, that's my mulch. Don't you know it would be a joke. In a normal world, ain't that big of a fucking deal. Right? It's a little girl. But we don't live in a decent world. We live in a world where we are, at any given moment, we may come face to face with a person who should not be in our society. And it's so bad because instead of us putting these people away and trying to rehabilitate them if it's even possible, or just putting them away because we clearly see that they're mentally unfit, we sit there and we ignore these things, and then we sit there and say, oh, they just slipped through the cracks. Oh, we didn't know. Anyway, let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy.
It seems almost unbelievable that a father of two could be murdered in broad daylight over seemingly nothing at all. The judge in this case Monday ordering that suspect for a competency exam to assess his mental health before denying bond. Devereaux Johnson surrendering to police, repeating praise to God Almighty after allegedly shooting and killing his neighbor last Saturday. And on Monday, he's charged with murdering Nathan Morris. The Michigan GOP, who Nathan is affiliated with, put out a statement.
On Saturday, while taking a stroll with his family in his neighborhood, his daughter touched the mulch of one of the neighbors. The neighbors took a gun out and started threatening the family. What type of fucking shit stain of a monster? How mentally fucked in the head do you have to be to pull out a gun and start threatening the family because a little girl touched your fucking grass? You don't deserve to be in areas like this. And they sit there and say, oh, it's white flight. No, it's not just white flight. Blacks don't want to be around these type of people either. You have the mentally fit and the mentally deranged. The mentally deranged, we could put the mentally deranged and the people with violent outbursts and the people who don't know how to have their feelings in check. All those people are mentally deranged. They need to put those motherfuckers on an island somewhere. We need to bring back asylums. We need to fix society because we have a lot of mental illness, and don't fucking coddle mental illness and be like, oh well, it's just mental illness, and so that's an excuse for we should just keep allowing people to do the shit that they do because they have mental illness. Sure. On Saturday, while taking a stroll with his family, yada yada yada, the neighbor took out a gun and started threatening the family. Nathan sent his family home and said he would try to defuse the situation, but instead was shot and killed. Nathan was one of those few guys who were near perfect. He would do no harm and would think no harm. He was just an amazing and gentle soul. He will be missed dearly. So Nathan, probably living in this neighborhood, this is not something that he normally encounters, right? It's a peaceful, tranquil fucking area. Have you ever been to the city and you're just like on edge because you know it's fucking grimy and disgusting, and you know that at any moment you'll come face to face with a fucking mentally ill person getting in your face, and people either ignore it, if you put your head in the sand, it'll go away type of fucking situations. And then when you go to areas like this, where you're able to walk outside and you have kids playing on the sidewalks, and you know no one's getting fucking taken away from their homes, and you can look up and you can see that all of the buildings are short, so you can actually see the sky, and it's tranquil and it's fucking peaceful. The air is a little bit better. It's fucking quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different type of situation. So he probably saw that and said, "You know what? Maybe this guy is on edge. Maybe I can talk him down. Maybe he's having a really, really terrible, bad day, and maybe I can help him." Unfortunately, he lost his fucking life. It's terrible.
Saying Johnson pulled a gun on the victim after his young daughter touched mulch in his yard while on a walk. Nathan apparently sent his family home and went to defuse the situation with Johnson, but was murdered instead. That has not been confirmed by police. Canton police did confirm Johnson instigated the argument, then after the shooting barricaded himself in his home.
Look at this
Officers
motherfucker,
tried
man.
to save Nathan. He died at the hospital.
I will refer to forensic for determinations as to both competency and criminal responsibility.
Judge James Plakis remanding Johnson to custody, no bond given. He won't be home anytime soon.
He shouldn't be home at all, ever again.
Sheldon and Cherry Hill. People out here are stunned.
Murder on Cornell happened about 100 yards away from me.
Neighbor Leonard Zabowski still trying to understand why.
Go back. Look at that area. Look at that area, bro. Look at them houses. Look at them houses. Look at them lawns. Right? When you get into an area like this in life, shit is supposed to be peaceful. Shit is supposed to be peaceful. You're supposed to be building a family. Right? It's supposed to be quiet. All the neighbors are supposed to know each other. Everything is supposed to be relaxed. It's supposed to be chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be none of this bullshit. Right? You listen. There's a reason why some people say it's a joke, but when black people come up, they go to areas like this to get the fuck away from the shit like the city life, like that type of, because that's the shit that you expect, and it shouldn't be that way anywhere. But that ignorant type fucking dangerous deranged behavior is something you expect in the city, not an area like this. Absolutely not. You don't expect areas like this to have car chases. You don't expect areas like this to have robberies. You don't expect areas like this to have gang violence. You don't expect areas like this to be killed over because your daughter touched fucking grass on a lawn where everyone passes every other day. Come on now.
100 yards away from me.
Neighbor Leonard Zabowski still trying to understand why or how this 35-year-old father of two was killed like this.
Fear, anxiety, like I say, 34 years, quiet neighborhood, never an episode like this ever.
Johnson lived in this neighborhood for 12 years and had multiple contacts with Canton PD.
We knew that.
Neighbors and other incidents of him assaulting police officers.
You never know.
And he was allowed to stay in that fucking neighborhood. He's sitting there and he's literally the neighborhood fucking terrorist. And the neighborhood didn't get that man up out of there. The police didn't get that man up out of there. You don't belong in that area. You belong fucking put in a padded cell somewhere. Why are they forcing the mentally ill to be around people who don't deserve it? Nobody deserves that. Come on now.
Anyone with a criminal mind can get a mortgage and move anywhere.
Nathan has two daughters, 5 and 2 years old, works at Ford as an engineer, and recently got into politics where he's affiliated with the Michigan GOP in Wayne. Their statement on X went on to say, quote, Nathan is one of those few guys who are near perfect. He would do no harm and think no harm. In addition to Devereaux Johnson's criminal charges we already mentioned, he does have some more criminal sexual conduct charges from the 90s. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Come on, man. We already knew that the man had a criminal fucking history. Just look at the dude. You can clearly tell he's not mentally all there. And the saddest thing about it is that they put these people every fucking where. They put the mentally ill people everywhere. No, it's not a black thing. Even blacks don't want to be around niggas. They don't want to be around ignorant ass people. They don't want to be around dangerously mentally deranged people. But they put us all together. You think the only white people is white flight? No, black people don't want to be around the shit either. Like man, listen, we need to get a we need in terms of the United States, we need to become more stiff on fucking crime. There needs to be fucking checks and balances when it comes down to shit like that. My man was a terrorizing the fucking neighborhood and got into it with the police multiple times, and to the point that he finally just pulled out a gun and shot somebody. Who pulls out a gun for a little girl touching grass and barricades himself in the house? You think that's a mentally fit person? Come on now. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave it in the comments. As always, I'll catch you next time. Peace.